For thousands of years, the story of Exodus has echoed through time, an epic tale of suffering, deliverance, and a journey into the unknown. It is a story that has inspired faith, hope, and countless retellings. But beneath the surface of this familiar narrative lies a story layered with mystery, danger, and a power that defies human understanding. This is the story of a people enslaved, a reluctant hero called forth, and a divine force that would change history forever. The Israelites had been living in Egypt for generations. What began as refuge had turned into bondage. Their cries for freedom were whispered in secret, their suffering etched into every stone of the pyramids and palaces. The Pharaoh saw them not as people, but as a threat, a growing population that could not be controlled. His orders were clear: enslave them, break their spirits, and crush any hope of rebellion. But the heart of a people cannot be chained forever. Enter Moses, a man caught between two worlds. Born a Hebrew child but raised as Egyptian royalty, Moses' early life was one of privilege and confusion. As a baby, he was placed in a basket and sent down the Nile, spared from Pharaoh's deadly decree to kill all Hebrew boys. Found by Pharaoh's daughter and raised in the opulence of Egypt's palace, Moses lived a life of comfort. Yet deep inside, a calling stirred, one that would pull him back to his true people and to a destiny far greater than he could imagine. But freeing a nation from the grip of the world's greatest empire would be no small feat. Moses returned to his people, but when he asked Pharaoh to release them, the answer was a resounding no.
No!
Pharaoh's heart hardened with each request. He was a man who claimed divine right over all the land, and he would not relinquish his labor force without a fight. And so began the plagues, unleashed one by one upon the land of Egypt. The Nile turned to blood. The waters that gave life became a source of death. Frogs swarmed the cities. Gnats and flies darkened the skies. Livestock sickened and died. Darkness fell, an unnatural shadow that blanketed the land for days, thick and suffocating. Each plague was more terrifying than the last, a relentless force that no Egyptian god or magician could stop. Yet Pharaoh refused. Until the final, devastating blow, the death of the firstborn. On that fateful night, terror gripped every household. Families mourned the loss of their children, the future snuffed out in an instant. But the Israelites were spared, protected by a mysterious command. Mark your doors with lamb's blood, so the angel of death would pass over your home. With Pharaoh's grip broken, the Israelites fled. Hundreds of thousands, men, women, and children. They carried with them hope, fear, and the weight of generations of suffering. But freedom did not come easy. Behind them, Pharaoh's army thundered in pursuit, chariots racing, swords gleaming, ready to drag them back into slavery. Trapped between the advancing army and the impassable Red Sea, the Israelites faced an impossible choice: surrender or perish. Then, the unimaginable happened. The sea parted. Walls of water rose on either side, towering like giants, holding back the tide. A dry path opened through the heart of the sea, a corridor of escape. The Israelites crossed, breath held, hearts pounding, as the ocean stood miraculously still. Behind them, the waters returned with a deafening roar, swallowing Pharaoh's army, washing away the threat forever. The Exodus is more than just history. It is a story of faith against impossible odds, courage in the face of despair, and a mysterious power that reshapes destinies. But for all its glory, questions remain. Was the parting of the sea a divine miracle, a natural phenomenon, or a story passed down and embroidered with symbolism? Was Moses a chosen prophet, a visionary leader, or something more? And what of the journey through the wilderness, the long, harsh trek that would test the spirit and forge a nation? The Israelites wandered for 40 years through deserts, mountains, and hardship. They faced hunger, thirst, rebellion within their own ranks. But through it all, they carried a promise, a covenant made at Mount Sinai, where Moses received the 10 Commandments, laws that would bind the people to their God and to one another. The mountain trembled as the voice of God spoke. The commandments were etched not only on stone tablets, but into the very identity of a people. The Exodus is a story of transformation, from slavery to freedom, from a scattered group to a nation, from despair to hope. It is a story told and retold in countless cultures, inspiring those who yearn to break free from chains, whether physical, spiritual, or emotional. And yet, the mystery remains. What truly happened on that ancient journey? Was it a miracle, a myth, or a message? It is a story of faith against impossible odds.